Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Daily Masters cast right here. Going to be casting another game from the wonderful DreamHack Winter Tournament. I believe it's anyway, and I'm actually going to turn on the AC. Hopefully it doesn't interrupt the microphone sound at all, but to hell if it does. It's just too hot right down here. And so let's introduce the players. I got the wrong one selected. He's going to start off with LucifroN. Up the top right side of the map is from Spain, and he plays for the Mouse Sports team. And his opponent down the bottom left side of the map is of course going to be TLO. He is from Germany and he plays for Team Liquid. And I think both players actually have 50 points on the WCS so far, which I believe is how much you get for the Challenger League so far. So that means they must be both in the Challenger League, or I'm actually not too sure. But yeah, it does look like 50 points for the Challenger League. So yeah, that's not too bad. But anyway, we're going to be seeing exactly what these guys do here. We do have a hatch followed up by a pull for TLO. Looks like LucifroN going straight for that barracks off the supply depot. So nothing crazy from either player so far. And just pretty standard sort of stuff. So yeah, not really much happening. Basically, I'm just building up to the Hairy Bash tournament, which will be happening in, let me guess, it's about 2.5 weeks, I think. 2.5 weeks we'll be starting. It is on Saturday, the 1st of Feb, and immediately following that, I'm going to start casting the Hairy Bash tournament from the quarterfinals onwards. So definitely stay tuned for that. Got a lot of pretty high-profile people. I mean, it's not like we've got like Bomber and stuff like that signing up for it, or Jadong or anything like that, but I think there's some people on there that I do recognize from casting Daily Masters and stuff like that. Just sort of that. So I'm not going to say 100%. I've got all the best players in the world signing up, but there is a couple there that look like they are right up there in the high-level Masters / Grandmasters sort of area. So it's going to be very exciting to cast them in that tournament. And yeah, it's going to be very exciting to look forward to it. So we do have commands that are coming down from LucifroN off the one barracks, and he's even got a second gas coming down, so that's going to be pretty awesome. Not super fast extension. Well, it is fast. It's definitely a fast expansion. Not super fast, but pretty good. The Reaper's coming in, giving a lot of harassment, but no kills as of yet. Queen's just about to get out, and one Ling goes down, so TLO not managing to save all of those Lings, but it's a tough job right at the end, and these Lings are basically meant to be sacked, and this Queen coming all the way up to try and escort that drone all the way down here. I'm not sure why that drone actually decided it was better down here, but one drone does go down from the Reaper attack, trying to get up the high ground, but of course TLO does have vision up the high ground, and one Reaper does go down. But at least they have got a worker kill so far, so that's pretty awesome. One Reaper versus 2 Lings and a worker? I don't know, man. Reaper still costs 50 gas, and that's a lot of gas early on, so I'm not sure if that's worth it. But I don't know. Just do not know. And here we go, the Queen's coming out, the Reaper gonna have to run for it, and yeah, pretty standard stuff. We got the double gas coming out from TLO. Be interesting to see if he gets double gas on the expansion as well. If he does, that almost certainly means he's thinking about Mutaling later on in the game, probably about the 10-minute mark, wanting to get those mutas out. Here comes the first gas. So I really don't know, other than Mutaling, I'm not sure what he would be going for with 3 gas. Maybe fast Hydras, maybe fast Infestors, but I fully expect the 4th gas to go down and then to be having a crack at the Mutaling. That is my guess right now. And Mr. LucifroN looks like he's going to go for some fast Banshee aggression, coupled with the Hellions. There's 2 out, and there's 2 more coming out, so very awesome play. And there we go, the Reaper finally going down. So TLO is annoying him for the longest time, but he finally kicked it in the ass. And we've got our 5th and 6th Hellions going to be coming out very soon. They might be able to scare some creep back a little bit. There we go, the creep tumor is just getting absolutely owned. And that is 1 cooldown for the Queens. I mean, that's that costs the same amount as spawn lava, so yeah, definitely getting that creep tumor destroyed means these Queens have to spend more on getting the spawn, less on the spawn lava. I mean, TLO does have 4 queens at the moment, so yeah, it's okay. He's alright. He's not wasting spawn lavas to get these creep tumors out, but it is going to be a lot less creep than he was hoping for. And yeah, we've got link speed coming out, we've got the lair coming out, we've got the 4th gas. So my guess, almost certainly going to be Mutiling. And LucifroN, meanwhile, I believe that is his 2nd Banshee he's producing now. The 1st Banshee has got to be on the way. And the Hellions even having a crack at the creep tumors here. Very, very ballsy. But going in, and the queens, I mean the Banshee ran straight into the queens. So instantly there's going to be a bunch of spore crawlers. We do have one already there though. And one already there, so very, very nice job from TLO, already suspecting the Banshee coming. I suppose the Banshee as well as the Hellions is a pretty safe, well, not super safe, but it's something that you do see a lot of Terran players do. They go for the Hellions and then they go for the Banshee to follow it up. But what the hell is going on here, man? LucifroN does not have a single Marine, is that what you're telling me? Man, that doesn't seem right. He's got no. He's got 2 Marines, and God knows where the other one is. It's over here. He's kind of not doing his job properly, but what? Dropping the ball there, man. LucifroN did not even have a 2nd Marine. You can't tell me he didn't have enough minerals to build one. He just got a little bit too greedy on the macro, I think. Decided to build too much stuff without actually building any units. It is a trap that some players can fall into. I fall into it a lot myself. Just build up the macro without getting anything to defend yourself, but I wouldn't have expected anything like that from LucifroN. The fact that he had almost no Marines there, lost quite a few SCVs in that engagement. He's down to 9 lost, and that was, I think that was straight up just a mistake, because 8 lings came in, and they really shouldn't have had that easy a time killing the workers. I really feel like that was a mistake from LucifroN's part, not an exceptional attack from TLO. So anyway, Banshee's coming in here. The Spore Crawler is going to go up, and only 2 workers go down. The Banshees are going to escape. Pretty okay. We do have the 3rd base down, but there is a bunch of creep over there, but the Overlord has been destroyed, so we'll be able to land in just a second. And now LucifroN is making a lot of Marines, as he well should. If he wasn't making anything right now, I would be a bit worried. But the Banshee is going to keep on going in. I think they got another Queen there, so that is pretty awesome. No, they just got like a drone or a ling or something like that. Maybe they were building a Spore Crawler here and that got knocked back, but the Mutas are out on the map. We do have a grand total of 9 Mutalisks. We do have Muta Attack. Muta Attack is something that I've seen a lot of Zerg players start to get when they go out for the Mutas. They start to realize that the Mutas really are a significant part of their DPS, and they don't just focus on the bailing attack, they focus a lot on other stuff. And these Banshees are being a major pain in the ass, but that Spore Crawler gets off a beautiful shot. The Banshee does go down, and LucifroN right there, more than evening up the workers' loss count with that beautiful Banshee play. But that single Banshee is going to be retreating, and the Mutas coming in, no missile turrets, and once again the Marines are nowhere to be seen, but this is just because they're in the wrong position. And the Mutas, I mean, look at that, it's just back and forth, but now we are back up to 21. Missile turret starting to get up here, but the workers are going to go down, or one of them goes down anyway, and LucifroN once again like 10 workers behind, and that's just going to increase over here. The missile turrets are okay, but they're not covering this area over here, and the workers just keep on dying without any sort of response from LucifroN. He's just chasing them around the map, and yeah, he's not doing that good of a job. I mean, he's got 2 Marines that he's left behind over there, the rest of them running around. There's a couple of Widow Mines, which the Mutas decide to just run away from instead of trying to kill, which is a fair decision. We got no Marines up here, so he's not like he's left a squad at different places, or he's left 4 there, so that's not too bad. He's actually got a drop over here. It always seems like he's going for a drop at the wrong time and loading them into the dropship. He forgot about that dropship momentarily, but manages to remember it and gets 3 Marines out of there, but those 3 Marines are all going to die right here. One medevac trying to heal him up, but the medevac does go down, and LucifroN moving out. So far, it's been a little bit shoddy on his side of the game, man. TLO has been fairly solid. He's been doing a lot of good stuff, and he is currently about 35 workers ahead of LucifroN. And LucifroN making a couple of small mistakes and getting owned quite a bit by TLO. Those Mutas flying between the 3 bases and killing everything was really bad. And LucifroN did not have his missile turrets up fast enough. He did not have his Marines spread out well enough, and they were just playing catch up for the mutas the entire time. And now his Marines just got owned by the Banelings. We didn't see any of that beautiful stim micro that we know LucifroN is capable of. They tried maybe a little bit, but we have definitely seen better from LucifroN in the past. And TLO, man, is just winning this game way too easy. I feel like LucifroN could be putting a lot more pressure on him, playing a bit better. But it's, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just... we'll see. We will see. LucifroN can yet recover, can yet make some awesome plays to try and get back in this game. I don't think it's going to happen. I think that LucifroN is, macro-wise, he's pretty much lost. And he's only going to get back into it if TLO lets him. But no, the attack's here, letting him get nice and solidly on the creep before chasing him away with Banelings. So TLO has got a ton of creep all over the place. Needs a couple of overseers over here though to start cleaning out those widow mines, but whatever. And LucifroN trying to put the pressure out to buy himself time to re-macro up his worker army to try and get back into the macro game. And he's doing alright, but that gas income for TLO just absolutely scary. The upgrades he's doing, really scary. Although LucifroN's not doing too bad. He's currently got 2-2. Same as TLO. Although I'm guessing TLO has some nice fly upgrades as well. Oh, there's the mutas coming in. He's only got one attack on his mutas. Has not yet started level 2. But it looks like he's focusing on the ultralisks here. And 3 spine crawlers, in addition to a queen, is going to make this a very tough base to crap. The lings coming around, almost surrounding that small group, but not quite. And now LucifroN just sending little bits and pieces in there, hoping to bait out some Banelings maybe, but it is not working. And there we go, the fungal coming in, and some Banelings going to be rolling in, taking those guys out. The rest of the army thinking about coming in, but they're not quite ready to commit to these guys when they're off the creep. They realized that with widow mines out there, the entire army could get absolutely destroyed before they get in range of these guys, and that is definitely not what TLO wants to happen. But the Marines coming in, just destroying a creep tumor right there. They desperately do not want the creep to spread any further. And once again, having a go. They just get a little bit too close, but the dropship does pick them up. We do have another drop coming down here. 2 spore crawlers though are going to make this a very hard drop to land. And the medevac does go down. There's just so many spore crawlers in here. TLO doing a really good job of base defense. And only half of the Marines managing to land. And the ultras coming out. Those 3 widow mines just got absolutely destroyed. Great use of the overseers here by TLO. And here we go. The Marines finally getting taken down by ultras. And suddenly LucifroN needs to change his entire game plan right here. He needs to start getting marauders. But at the same time, I gotta say, great job here. He was, I gotta say, he was a little bit sloppy at the start, but he has gotten back into it in a major way, putting down nice pressure on 2 different places, taking care of his shit, getting his stuff together, and now he just needs to really pump out the marauders, really get some nice widow mine hits, and I feel like he might be back in this game. His work, as far as workers go, he's still quite behind, like 30 or something like that, but I don't know, man. It may just be not enough time to tech up to the ultra play. And the fact that he's not building any marauders at all right now is probably a bad sign. He really needed a little bit more time to get that stuff out. He was actually producing Marines off the barracks with tech labs. I have no idea why he was doing that, but he desperately needed marauders at that point. He was not producing them, and they were sorely missed when the ultras showed up. I mean, there were only 3 ultras here. A good army of like 6 or 7 marauders would have made all the difference in this battle. It really would have. But it did not happen. And we don't even have marauder speed slow on here, so that's not good at all. So LucifroN, man, yeah, he came back in the second half of the game, but the ultras, man, the ultras completely surprised him. He was not in good enough position to deal with them as fast as he normally would, and he just got owned with them. He just couldn't react quickly enough, and I think that was mainly a case of just bad macro at that point. He just didn't have what he needed. He was down 48 workers. Under 76 for TLO, and he just didn't have it. He just didn't have enough of what he needed to tech switch into the marauders fast enough. So yeah, there we go. That has been this for this game. It's been awesome, and yeah, thank you very much for watching this Daily Masters. Stay tuned. This has been Harry Muppet. I hope you enjoyed this game.